Oh, to do, to do. Should I put it up like that? I think I should. Hey, Facebook. How y'all doing? I probably shouldn't have set this so far away because the cord is way over there and my computer, I had it plugged up so much, my computer, it runs out fast. Hello. I'm going to say YouTube because I might upload this to my YouTube channel. And please like, share, and subscribe. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but that's okay because everything takes its time and course to grow. I have not been on Facebook Live, I know, not a long time, about the Kanika case in a long time because I had to take a break from the Kanika case. I think that anything that you do too excessively is not good. And I think not eating, getting up and just going right to YouTube and just looking at all the information people had and barely sleeping, and it just was not healthy. And I didn't see anything wonderful about it. You know, there was nothing that I was going to change with all of that. But, you know, I think anything you put above God, you got to be careful with. Can you go get my rings? I don't know. They're in the kitchen on top of the microwave. You
just gonna have to wait.
Okay. Anyway, so I'll be feeling a little. I don't know. I'll be needing them. So basically, my topic speaks for itself. Stop profiting off of Kenneka Jenkins, because so many people, you know, since I haven't. I just started back looking at like videos. Hi. Looking at videos for Kanika. It is a lot of people out there just at this point. I think when it first started out, you know, there were so many sincere people that were basically trying to see what happened to Kanika. You know, they were trying to do things to really get justice for Kanika. And I think it has went to it's to a point where people just making money. People just want you to, they're making really exciting what do you call it, titles that capture you. Oh, you got to check this out, you know, and then you get on there and there's nothing about. I watched this one and it was literally nothing on there about Kanika. And I think that people just want you to, they just want the likes, the numbers. They're just into all of that. And so I'm just hoping that, you know, some things that I wanted to discuss and get off my heart, that this hits home somewhere, because there's a lot that I hope I touched. I probably should have wrote some things down, key things that I do want to discuss and I don't want to forget, because I'm rolling off the top of my head right now. I should have did it when I had a little time and it was really on my heart earlier today, but I ended up getting busy, so I didn't get to do it. And then I wanted to post the other day, and again, I got busy and I didn't get to do it like I wanted to. So, but today is the day, because I got some other things I want to post during the week, the rest of the week, should I say. And, you know, the first thing I wanted to touch on is people blaming Kanika's mom. I think that is such a bad deal that people are, I know people want answers, and I know certain things may not fit or make sense of why this, why that, but everything in life doesn't have to make sense all the time. You know, how do you really grieve to a tragedy? That's what I want to ask people. How do you really grieve to a tragedy? Because people are acting as if because she didn't overly cry or overly act dramatic on this part or go, you know, far and wide. I've even heard people say stuff like when the cops asked her to give her daughter's phone, she didn't cooperate. And I did not find that strange. I found it as, you know, if you've ever lived in the ghetto and you ever have certain ghetto codes, you've ever been in a certain lifestyle. Kanika may have had new pictures in the phone. There could have been a lot of reasons. She could have had affiliation to gang ties. She could have had connections with the weed man. There are so many reasons why a person is not giving up that phone to a police officer to let him search the phone to see if there's any clues in the phone. And so, you know, that's why I didn't find it strange. I just find it strange that people are saying that Kanika's mama, you know, did all of this for money. She did all of this because she was in on it. I mean, why would she be in on something that she could have did without all of them? If she really, really wanted to make money off of Kanika's organs for herself, I mean, all she had to do was drug her own daughter, act like she went to the party, reported her missing, and, you know, body slammed her, like, said stuff like, oh, she's so fast and out of control, I can't find her, I don't know where she went. She was supposed to go to a party. I mean, she could have done it a whole different way and made all the money to herself. So it doesn't make sense that a woman who lost a child is going to, you know, basically include all these people that's supposed to be gonna have to get paid for their role in it. It don't make a lick of sense. And that's why I really believe people, you have to put on common sense when you're accusing somebody of something you don't know what you're talking about. And I just think that's bad for people to say that about Teresa Martin. I think she's a mother that was concerned. She may not be grieving the way people think that she should grieve about her daughter, Kanika, but, you know, everybody's not going to grieve the same. And who knows what happens when the cameras go off. I also had another man making fun of her for, they're still doing protests in Rosemont, Illinois. And so I guess last week the protest went really well. They all had a good time. They did a Soul Train line, which I don't understand all that. But again, what's so bad about what she's doing? I mean, she can't bring Kanika back, but here nor there. So the man was making fun of her, inviting everybody to bowling the next night. She's like, okay, well, I'll, you know, come here, protest, and afterwards I'll pay for everybody to go bowling. And he was like, isn't that weird? You're going bowling? And I thought to myself, why are people picking on that woman when she just may need someone to, you know, just keep people around her to keep her sane right now? Because being alone when you are facing those kind of tragedies can, I'm sorry, I'm fixing this. Can, you know, only make things comfortable for you. You don't want to be alone. And so to target her and make her seem like she's doing something wrong for just wanting to be around people, just wanting to stay busy. You know, you have to remember she's going through her own deal too. She has cancer, and then people are making light of that. Her hair ain't fell out. Well, she had dreads prior to that short blonde hair. You know, somebody was like, she don't miss a beat on that makeup. Well, some people grew up taking care of themselves. Some people grew up waking up, putting on makeup, and they would do that through a weather storm. I mean, it doesn't make her guilty of loving her daughter any less. So those are the kind of things that I noticed that really, really bothered me. And I was like, you know, people need to calm down. Because, again, I'm going to ask the question, what are the rules and regulations to responding to a tragedy? You know, what's the proper way? I think that if there was really a true sign of guilt, there would be certain suspicious things that would even alarm the cops. You know, you can tell when, like, if somebody killed somebody and they get to spending money or doing stuff, that kind of stuff, okay, that can bring about a suspicion. But to me, you know, she's trying to continue on with her life and going about her day. Now, all these YouTubers that I'm going to call some of them out, because this is one chick named Kate 420. Oh, my God. I be wanting to. I'm going to tell you why. This lady sounds like she just got done hitting the pipe and gets out of bed, and she's now talking about Kanika to get enough hits on her YouTube to make some quick more money. I mean, I just don't like she gives out wrong information, and then she's coming, oh, I'm so sorry. I know you guys are probably upset at me, but and I'm just like, I just don't know about her. To me, there's no concern there at all. She's just reporting, and I won't even say news. She's just giving a report on the name of Kanika and just profiting. Because if she's making money off her channel, she's profiting off of Kanika. King, let me see. I wrote a lot of names down because you have some people with a lot of great information that I think even, okay, I'm going to start with Carlton. Now, I'm going to tell you these places. I was going to use my phone and go to them, but people have been getting strikes on their YouTube for using other people's footage. So I'm just going to kind of steer clear of that. And I'm just going to blurt out names, and you can always rewind or fast forward and go back to a name if you want to go on that particular YouTube's page and look it up, okay, or account, whatever you want to call it. So, but I want to start with, his name is Carlton. Hold on. Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to my husband.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was about to say, what, Bookie? I just
This
love.
homework is stupid. Dang.
All homework will feel like that to somebody who needs to study.
I'm not even gonna need this for my career.
Oh, but it's teaching you great habits.
No.
Okay. So we have Carlton 1. This is who, if you go under his page. But if you go under, and everybody I'm sure is kind of familiar with the TMX Entertainment, because they brought a lot of news and awareness about Kanika's case. And so with, basically he used their footage, but he pointed out something really, 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 I think that no one's pointed out, or I haven't heard from any other YouTube account or, anybody posting stuff about Kanika is, you remember in the lobby area when you have people keep calling them, oh, they're doing scene 1 and scene 2, the lady with the paper. Before all of that took place, Kanika and it's like two guys. One of them, I believe, is the guy who was making the go live with the short haircut with the black shirt on that made his go live. And I should know his name. I think it's Mike. Don't quote me on that. And then the other one gentleman was the guy right beside him with the little beanie cap thing on his head. It was him, those two, and there was 3 girls, and it was Kanika. And she's leaving the hotel, but she doesn't have on, y'all check this out, and y'all can go to TMX Entertainment, and the video is called Justice for Kanika, We Got Him. And it's by Carlton 1 if you want to go to that one, or you can go to TMX Entertainment page because they have the original footage. But I know that he has this, but he points it out. And he points out that how you know it's Kanika because before she walks out the door, she turns around and she's saying something to the gentleman. But now I know you like, she dragged what he point out. He points out her pants. They're not the ones that she had on in the video or walking up and down the hall. And the most key thing he pointed out was her shoes changed. She no longer had on those white tennis shoes. She had on high top tennis shoes. So he pointed out that her her jeans changed and her tennis shoes changed. And I said that could be very, very key. Sorry. And the reason why that could be very key is because nobody else noticed that. But a lot of those videos no longer show Kanika going out the door with that first initial crowd. Before all the crowds of people started hovering that lobby area, Kanika and that particular little group were the first people to enter into the lobby after the party, and she went out the door. Now, she never came back in the door, mind you, but those other two did. They came back in the door, and at a period of time, they were walking with Shamaya and Monifa, and the guy, with that did the live, I want to say his name was Mike, the little bald-headed, dark-skinned one. He was playing with Shamaya, and she was kind of, playing with him a little bit, but like, get off me too at the same time. So that kind of blew me away, because I felt like that's a start of saying, wait a minute. She left the hotel. She was gone. She never appeared back. So all the rest of the assumptions, like that wasn't her in the video, I can't really say that wasn't her. I know the police even admitted to doing a reenactment. So that all by itself is suspicious. And why did they do a reenactment? It's just, we won't know until somebody tells the truth. I mean, because we can give all types of suspicion, but without like bona fide proof, that's all you're ever going to be doing. Now, I feel like there's no question there was foul play with this. There's no question somebody killed her. There's no question to those particular, those questions are without a doubt. There's red flags for those. Somebody definitely killed her. Somebody definitely set her in the freezer. And that's all, as people, we could say concrete. Yes, that happened. Now you have people making videos, making it appear that Monifa, had all this money afterwards. And so I looked into that, because I felt like I seen the video, like Monifa had all this money afterwards. And I was like, oh my God, she did it, because she had hundreds and hundreds. They weren't hundreds, they was 20s. She had a bunch of 20s, probably about $500 tops. It just was a lot of 20s. Let me show you something, Quan. Let me show you something. You said show you something, Quan. Let me show you something, Quan. So that's how she did it, though. Okay, stop, Kanan, stop. Anyway, so I looked it up, and I said Quan. So I was on all of their little Facebooks, and I hit Maya's Facebook, and I said to myself, okay, she was like, I miss you, Quan. So I clicked on Quan, and unfortunately, Quan died in 2014. So I thought to myself at that point, I don't know if Go Live was in 2014, but I don't know if it was a Go Live. It looked like it was a taped video and put on. So, I was doing that back then. But that's all that it was. I mean, Quan's dead. He's no longer alive. And so that video is about 2014. And it's 2017. So, I mean, unfortunately, that's an old video. And so it proved nothing. And it's just one of those things that you have to be careful when you're, trying to put things together for this case. Because I really wish people would stop just trying to make a profit off of her, because people really want to know the truth. People really want to know what happened to this young lady, and just insinuating and throwing out stuff out there. Yeah. I think the mama, she just seems so suspicious. They said that she used to do a lot of stuff in her past, and stop. Like, I really feel like don't put that in the equation with what happened that night. I think it's terrible to accuse somebody of something that you just don't have enough concrete evidence to say something about somebody like that. I think, that's blaspheming a person. Okay, so there was another video, and this video footage. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, now it's by Jay and Nikki, which is another really famous new YouTube couple, and it's called Exclusive Footage Shows Monique for Laughing at Funeral. And basically, she was laughing. I mean, and when I say she was laughing, she came out of the funeral as if she was crying, and she hugged another female, but when she turned around and that she was actually laughing. And that's the only another thing I found a little suspect about her, because I'm gonna say this, because you got psychics even in on it, and one psychic, she kind of broke it down and it almost made sense, but I was like, she's about done. I ain't trying to listen to the psychic because she on some spiritual world bullcrap that I wasn't really trying to be into. But she what did it say? You're absolutely right. Our country, has become judgmental and accusations thrown everywhere without facts. The news don't even go on facts anymore. It's sad. Yeah, well, unfortunately, YouTube is like anybody can make a YouTube and say and really what they want. None of those are news officials. The news isn't really saying much about this case, and that's another thing that concerns me about I'm speaking about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Wouldn't I get a call while I'm making it go live? Can y'all give me a minute? I would pause it, but I don't know how without interrupting my live. So what's up?
What's up?
Are you at home yet?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Okay. Well, I knew you was going to get something to eat.
Your friend just called me, so I was on the phone with her.
My who?
One of my friends that told that Buffalo Wild Wings. She
Oh,
called.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of one of my go lives. How long you gonna be up? I'm making a Facebook Live right now.
Facebook Live right now?
Yes, I am, son.
Facebook Live usually lasts 5 minutes.
Unfortunately, Facebook Lives can last an hour or maybe more, I think.
Facebook Live for an hour.
I have not been on there for an hour. I just started it up because there's some things. I was supposed to be on it like 3 days ago, and I haven't been able to get on there because something always comes up. How about that?
All right. Well, give me a call.
I'll give you a call right back. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Sorry about that. That was my son. But back to what I was saying. What was I saying? What was I saying, baby? You remember? I was talking about, I know that I was referring to the news and how they're not saying anything. Okay, watch later, go. Got a pack. Okay, cool. But I was talking about, the Kenneka Jenkins case and it being in the news and how the news is not saying hardly anything about Kanika. And that has its own suspicion. That's what does allow me to think that this is bigger than we think. Because, okay, we know as Black people, now if a crime go down, people going to be arrested and sitting in jail until they figure it out. Nobody has gotten arrested. Nobody, I'm not going to say they didn't question people. Of course, some people got questioned, but it doesn't seem like they question that many people. You know what I'm saying? The big thing is we get arrested for less than a ticket. And for them not to have arrested none of them people in the party, the only one got arrested is the chick who booked the room on a stolen credit card. Okay, so I get that part, but it took them a long time to even do that. And, excuse me, that's the only part I get suspicious as far as why is this investigation taking so long to move at all? Is it because they could be protecting people higher up in the game, or, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense how slow it's going. It doesn't. So I don't want to insinuate either. I just want to say we're just going to have to enjoy the ride until things begin to unravel. I think when they when they asked her mom for the little girl's phone and the mom didn't cooperate. I think that put a bad taste in the officers and the investigators' mouth, because you know that to them is offensive. If you're not going to cooperate with the investigation, you know, I mean, you could be telling them, you know, what do you want us to do? And so that could have made them kind of pull back and not fight as strong. But once they seen how people were getting out there and protesting, you know, maybe it brought some concerns back to the point where they're going to get busy. I don't know. I'm hoping that things, for you people out there that's coming in and on, I would really appreciate it if you would share. If you don't want to stay on it and watch it, if you would just share it and let other people enjoy this live, I would really appreciate that. But back to the exclusive footage shows Monifa laughing at the funeral. When I seen that, I thought, well, okay, that kind of does explain that, you know, there is a friend motive, because even though people are saying, and then I'm going to give you also some information that was shared, because, you know, Kanika had one shoe on when they found her. She was in the freezer face down. And if you go to the video I told you to go to, the TMX Entertainment, but this particular account is called Justice for Kanika, We Got 'Em by Carlton One. He shows you that she got on a different pair of jeans and some high top tennis shoes. She no longer has on those Jordan gray tennis shoes. She have on a whole different little when she's leaving the hotel, he shows she has a change of clothes. So when they find her in this freezer and she got on one shoe, you know what I'm saying? That to me is where you gotta know somebody killed her and put her in there and everything, you know, point blank. But there was another, when they finished the autopsy and all the stuff, let's see, I gotta search this video. Okay, so this one is also by TMX, and you can go on their page, their account is TMX Entertainment, and it's Kenneka Jenkins organs missing, and it says Teresa Martin, but it talks about how she had one shoe, and it's talking about none of her organs. Well, it says most of her organs were intact, except one particular organ was missing, and it was the thymus gland, which is the thymus organ. It's connected to the neck. It's above the, it's right above the heart. So it's a small little gland right above the heart, and it generates mature white blood cells that help the immune system fight off illnesses and develop a normal, healthy system. It basically sounds like it fights any germs, any kind of, you know, diseases, bacteria, stuff like that. And it says the cost for the thymus organ transplant is $500,000 just to have the transplant surgery. It's $500,000. So can you only imagine how much the part is if the surgery costs $500,000? Now, you can look this up. You can do your research. That's why I'm giving it the way. I'm not going to show video because, again, like I said, YouTube has been giving people strikes for using their material. Okay. YouTube have given people strikes for using their material. So I'm just going to read it because I'm not making no money off of it. And I don't know how many people are even going to see my live or see this on YouTube. But I'm going to help somebody do their research because, you know, if you go on TMX, that's what was reported. And I think that was a pretty decent, because you know most of her organs were there, nothing was tampered with. But there was a reason why she was put in that freezer. There was a reason why she was killed. It was a reason why she was singled out, and the reason why I still believe her friends had access to her, had something to do with this, is because they are the ones who had access to Kanika. You know, they are the ones, you know, and you know, it appears that they looked for her on camera. But can I tell you something? It wasn't enough people looking for her on camera. It was more people in the lobby dancing, sitting, everybody on their phone. Nobody was really caring that this girl was missing. So that just, to me, leads to a different type of suspicion, like nobody cared. But the main suspicion for me is the people she walked out that door with. She never came back in that door, and the other dudes came back in the door, but the three ladies that left out of there did not come back in the door. You know what I'm saying? So it's somebody who does know what happened to this young lady, you know, and that's just that, you know, and it took them a long time to come back through them doors. But I mean, it's people know more to what happened once they got outside that door than what they're saying. And somebody is probably eventually going to come forward. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm still praying, because it's just a lot to this that I think need to be solved, or need to be spoken of, or need to be exposed. You know, let me see. It was, you know, I was watching a little bit of everything, and even the very next night after, like, you know, I guess Kanika, everything popped off. One of Kanika's friends, and I don't know, Monifa had a fight with somebody and they beat that butt, but I think it was one of Kanika's friends, because they was like, my best friend dead and my nigga something. And the fight went down. You know, it was crazy, but it went down. Let me see. There's not a lot I wrote down, because I just felt like, oh, I know what I want to talk about. Okay. So there is a video, because y'all, I thought, what would make your friends, you know, because since we're saying, you know, hey, her friends did this to her, what would make your friends turn on you in that way that, to me, they had to have turned on her in order for her to be dead and missing today? Because if you're with a true blue friend, you ain't gonna let your friend go nowhere without you, you know. And if you notice in some of Kanika's, if you know, they shut her page down, or I can't get to it, but they have so much videos on YouTube. And they trick you with these videos. It'll say stuff like, you know, another look inside Monifa's life before she died, you know, and another, if you look on another look inside the elevator with Shamaya, Monifa, and Kanika, and this is by Jay and Nikki's page, their YouTube account, you will see that, you know, Kanika had her phone, she had her keys. And for none of that stuff to be found on her, we know that they try to claim that, you know, they had to go back and retrieve it for her because, you know, they left her down in the lobby. And then it's another story. She went outside and they followed her. But the point is, we see her hand over her keys to Shamaya. We see other people with her keys. But what happened to her phone? Most people, they're not going to allow their phone not to be attached to them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have a phone on them no matter what. But there's videos of, you know, just Shamaya and Monifa hanging. There's videos of Monifa and what's the girl? Irene girl. So I watched a lot of these videos to see what would make them turn on a friend like that. And so, like, a lot of the Shamaya and the Shamaya, Monifa, and Kanika videos with them three together, I seen that Kanika would, like, really talk bad to Shamaya and Monifa. Like, she would call them bitches and hoes, and she would just say stuff that I thought was like, wow. You know, like, if that was my friend, you know, the thing about it is they didn't say nothing back, and my daughter's like, oh, Ma, that's how friends talk to each other. I was like, no, I'm old school. That ain't how friends talk to each other. These bitches make you mad. They make you want to commit suicide. And so Monifa said something. She said, bitch, I ain't talking to you. You better. And then she paused, and then she said some other stuff. And she said, nah, I ain't going to say that on Facebook Live. But to me, she had a control over them. So I knew she must really was good with her hands. She probably could fight because they didn't say one word back to her. That would have been me. She would have been all kind of big lip, big head. She would have been some things. And I just thought, okay, people don't forget the things you say to them, especially when it's hurting. Just because those young ladies didn't say nothing that day, don't mean they didn't receive it a certain way. See, people dishing it out will never know how the person received it is actually taking it. So I just thought to myself, okay, so I got a little insight on how, even though they were all still good friends, I'm not saying that that's why they set her up. I'm just saying she had a little power to her, and I could tell that. Even with Irene, and we know Irene played tough. You know, she played tough. But when they was at that little party, I mean, Kanika kept snatching the phone, brushing that little hair forward, singing a little song, you know, and they was just sitting there like little ducklings, like looking rough, and she was all cute. So you just have to realize, you know, was there a jealousy there and a hate, but it was something about her that they loved being around. But because I just still really feel like her friends had something, maybe not a lot, I don't know, but I just feel like there was something there that made her be the only missing one, and somebody closely connected to her have to, because when you're at a friend with two of your best friends, like Shamaya and Monifa was people she hung with on a daily basis. It wasn't just people like thieves in the night. And at first I thought just Monifa was there, but Shamaya was there. And Shamaya is really somebody that she used to hang with all the time. So it could be just a freak accident. It could be something that just happened. And you always have to encounter that, because I'm going to tell you why. Some things look like a person is guilty of, and they're just not. You know, they're just not.
She probably got about 2 hours left.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Oh, my God. You should not say stuff like that. I will not be on here that long. I'm going to make this. I'm being sarcastic, too. Okay, so, but back to what I was saying. I love you. Bye. My son, he couldn't get to me, so he said, I'll call my little sister. Ain't that sweet? Okay, but yeah. I just think that there was, to set your homegirl up, you got to have some hidden hate. And I just think looking into that gave me a window to see, okay, they could have disliked her a little bit because she talked to him really raw. And I'm a firm believer, even though people say, oh, we just playing. Harsh words are harsh words. You better get real on that. You know, you're not going to be saying harsh things to people all the time. They just understand, you just playing. That's the way we play. I didn't hear them saying anything like that to her. Not one time. Not one time did they call her out her name. They said quiet when she said that kind of stuff to them. And they kept going on like nothing. And she did it more than once, more than twice. She did it through a couple of those videos. And I just thought, they really have to be her friend to let her do that to them. You know what I'm saying? She must really be overall a loving person. Because I, as a friend, you call me a B, I'm going to call you one back. You say something ugly, nasty, I'm sure going to return that favor. You will not be saying that and think it's cool to do, because that's like being in an abusive relationship when you show somebody how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? And if you accept your dude calling you B right out the bat. B. That's why I'm sick of you. I'm tired of you. Them are beat down words. Them ain't words of love and uplift. I want friends even now today. If I make a friend, oh, you ain't gonna be calling me the B word. And if you ain't got nothing uplifting to say and do, hey, don't worry about it. It's somebody trying to friend request me right now, but you know, I'm not accepting their friend request because I came over your house one day and my son was going through a little something and you was laughing at my son. You can't laugh at my family and think I'm going to be like kumbayaing. No, I don't even go over there no more and I ain't going to. But you ain't about to be, no, I don't accept stuff like that because guess why? I love my family and what I love about anything about us, I'm going to have unity with my people, and I'm going to lift you up before I tear you down. And the fact of the matter that you ain't perfect, no. And so the friendship to me of Kanika, she had a lot of friends, but how was she treating them on the real? And that came into question as I watched those videos with her interacting with her friends. Okay. But as far as everybody chiming in, like, oh, what's his name? I want to say Planet of the Fakes. They started out right, but ooh, they going to the left. Again, that her name is Kate 420. I cannot think. Oh, she's terrible. She is terrible. Now it's a guy named King. I guess I didn't write him down, but King. He started out good too, but unfortunately, King is going to the left. I think he's gotten too deep into the suspicions, and so he's making all these crazy assumptions. And I'm just like, okay, then it's time to stop with the videos. If you don't have facts with what you're saying, I think that what a person should do is if they're not giving out honest suspicions, okay, let's mold it that way. If it's not honest suspicions, like facts, like what I just did, I insinuated that she, you know, that could be a reason, the way she treated her friends, but the video gives you facts. You can go to that video and look at it and see that that's the way she's talking to her friends. That's the way she's behaving with them, you know. So that alone can, you know, be something that you could use as not a fact, but as an insinuation. But it can still lead up to something credible. The stuff that they're saying is just uncredible, and it's not, you know, these sites are just doing a lot of stuff for you know, well, you know, on Facebook it's likes, but on YouTube it's likes as well. But if you're getting paid off your YouTube, you're getting paid for this shady stuff. And I think it complicates the investigation, and that's why a lot of people's videos are getting taken. People are losing jobs, y'all. People are losing jobs over this Kanika stuff. And that's when I feel like, don't give your all to this. Let God handle it. Let the people in charge handle it. When I seen one of my YouTubers, and her name is what's her name? Jane Kimball, or I'm sorry, I forgot their name. She got pink hair. I just started. I subscribed to her like the other day, but she lost her job behind, you know, basically being at work and, you know, doing YouTubes about the Kenneka Jenkins case. And I just felt like, you know, she had lost her job. And I was like, dang, see, this is going too far. And then she almost lost her YouTube account. And then something went wrong with her Instagram account or Twitter account, something like that. All them accounts, I can't do it. I'm old. Give me Facebook. And I just made a YouTube account. But, yeah, she got fired and she was almost losing accounts. And I'm thinking that's when you have to put this in perspective and don't go overboard with your time with this. It's still people saying that are not sleeping because of this case. And I'm like, you know what? Her mother has made plenty of videos. I seen a really nice video from her earlier today, you know, where she don't care what people say about her. You know, she was trying to confront some things that people were saying, especially about her not looking like she had cancer and this and that, you know, and she was addressing some things. And I just thought to myself, why is people trying to take this woman through it? You know, it's bad enough if everybody is worried about Kanika. Don't you remember she has a mother? You know what I'm saying? And whoever that man is in the relationship, you know, he's not doing his job. You know, and I don't know Teresa personally. Of course I don't. I ain't from Chicago. But I will say this, you know, I feel for her. I know that people insinuating that she has something to do with her child's murder is just ludicrous. And how could you go there? She needs support still because, you know, and I'm not even going to promote certain other things that I've seen on the internet that are just straight up foolish. Straight up foolish. I just can't believe that certain people are resulting to foolishness about this case. It's still a real case. People are saying, and this is what Kate 420, this is why I'm like, she's garbage. She was trying to prove that maybe Kanika isn't dead. Maybe this is just some, not hoax, but I don't know what she was trying to prove. She didn't call the girl school. This is how nutty this chick was. She called the girl school because in one of Kanika's pictures, I guess she has the logo of her school on it. And yeah, I just was too through. I didn't even listen to the rest of it. I switched her off because I was like, and then she was apologizing. I didn't even get to know what she was truly apologizing for, because the fact that you called this girl school after she's dead, you're being messy. And I just let her channel go. There was another gentleman trying to insinuate, and he probably was giving some accurate information as far as the training the police department does at that hotel. They do like a training skit of, and they invite certain detectives all over the U.S. And basically what they do is they have a mystery, unsolved mystery training where someone gets killed within the hotel, which is a fake body, but they're using real people, and they have to figure out what happened, get the clues, and basically solve the mystery. And the training takes course at, you know, not just that particular hotel, but that's one of the hotels where they do, you know, this training at. So he was basically trying to insinuate that, you know, maybe Kanika's not dead. This is one of those training episodes. And I'm like, people are so dumb. This is when you're not paying attention and you're sleeping on the job. Kanika is dead, and that was a real murder. That was not a mystery murder. It's not for any training. I turned him off too because I was I'm upset at people that people are not using the good common sense God gave them. They are not allowing themselves to be used in the right way, you know. And I understand it's so many ways you can look at this case. That's why you can't blame any one person. You can insinuate and say, I believe this, but if it doesn't sound right, though, if it just sounds corny, if it sounds a little far-fetched, if it sounds a little out of the ordinary, now anything's possible, but I'm just going to say, stop. That's all I can say. Just stop, because I guess I'm really shooting toward blaming the mom. I just think stop that. That's just, to me, that's so hurtful. That's so mean. And stop making a profit off of this girl's name. And I'm going to leave it kind of there because that's all I really wanted to talk about, and just point out certain things that I felt since I haven't been in this case, and I let it go a lot because I really feel like God don't want us getting too indulged when to the point where we're losing our job, to the point where people are losing accounts and just losing things for a cause out of suspicion. You don't even have facts for things that you're doing and what we're saying. If you're not saying it in a way where maybe it could help, maybe it couldn't, you know, or how should I say it? Don't just drag it out. Don't drag it out to the point where you're hurting yourself. Don't drag it out to the point where you can't sleep. I think that that's when you're taking a wrong turn. And for me, I'm going to say it the way that I mean it. I'm not going to give more of my time to anything if it's not God. If it's not God, I'm not giving my time to that. And that's why I kind of cut it out. I kind of left the case alone here and there. I might look at a few YouTube things, but I stopped for a minute and then I started back slowly. And now I'm about to let it go a little bit now because I feel like I've looked, I've seen, I've heard what was said. And there's even a lady that, and I didn't get hers because I was really mad at this lady too. But she looked like she's maybe a parking ticket meter person from Washington, D.C. And she's, my cousin worked for the FBI. She's giving all these clues to how she know the information that she's, spewing out of her mouth. And I thought, why are you giving out all this information? You don't have to show that many receipts to show that what you're saying is true. Excuse me. Say what you're saying, and if it come to pass, everybody come back to YouTube like she said it first or whatever. But don't give if your cousin worked for FBI, if you got cousins that are officers and work in the department, why are you giving it away that they're telling you this? Do you want them to lose their job too? And you in your uniform, this is what she said. I'm not on break. But I'm going to be going on break in a minute. I'm just going to hurry up and make this live. And she's giving out all this information that someone's going to be arrested really soon for this case. And she's just telling all this information, which I think is good. But see how people are being dumb for the case and basically putting people in harm's way about the case? That's not what this should be about. And this is why, if they know anything, if the cops are working, if the cops are investigating, they are not going to tell the public yet, because people are going to run with anything they say the wrong type of way and use it. They can't even tell Kanika's mother anything because our people love to insinuate what they know to make themselves important. And so, my little battery's going down. Ew. But I'm about to wrap this up anyway. So I just wanted to let people know that this is what I thought about, this is my conclusion or thoughts, or I didn't want to hang up, but this is what I don't want y'all to see. I've been eating. I made some bomb soup though. But this is how I felt about the Kenneka Jenkins people profiting off of her name. And stop. If it ain't something that makes sense or something that is a real new discovery, and not you just want the people to, like your page or subscribe to your account, and then there's nothing on your footage, but you still gonna make $1 off of it. I think that that's when, you are being a thief and a robber, and you're profiting in the wrong way. And I just say, give respect where respect is due. Don't allow yourself to be one of those people cheating to profit in life, because that's another karma reaction. It comes back to you one way or another. This is a case. This is somebody's life. This is somebody's daughter. It's somebody's child. It's somebody who was important to somebody else. So, all right, I'm gone. God bless. And y'all take care. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please, like, share, and subscribe, right? All right. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye. I need to start.